Welcome everyone to Brian's Action Figure Reviews. Today is the first time in a long time I'm getting to do a brand new Storm Collectibles review. And it is from, of course, the Mortal Kombat line, which I absolutely love. So today's delivery from Toys-R-Us is the Mortal Kombat Kintaro. Yeah, the box takes up my whole face. I'm so delighted to get this guy. For so long as a child, he plagued me in Mortal Kombat 2. He was so tough to get past. And I know this isn't the Mortal Kombat 2 look, but I don't care. The character is here. I'm so happy to get him, and I can't wait to open him. Of course, I'm going to show you the box, all the accessories that come with him, and do some size comparisons and the articulation and all that stuff. So stick with me as we check out the box. So guys, here is the box of the Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat Kintaro. Now, Shikla is there on the left, just so I can show you how big a 6-inch figure looks in comparison to just the box alone, and she's absolutely tiny. I even had to remove parts of my my diorama for this box to fit, including the steps over here. You can see the whatever, but he looks absolutely gigantic and he looks amazing, and he barely fit, but we are here. So as you can see on the front, you've got Mortal Kombat Kintaro and this awesome picture of his shoulder spikes. It looks so cool here, and the face here. Let's go along to the side. The picture continues onto the right side. It does say Mortal Kombat Kintaro up here, and you get to the back and you get a cool picture of the guy, of Kintaro himself. All along here it does say interchangeable head sculpts. You've got fireballs and all the posing here. On the back it says, like Goro and Shiva, Kintaro is of the four-armed Shokan race. Unlike his aristocratic comrades though, he is the lower class tiger lineage, as you can see from the stripes on his back. As is customary when recruiting Shokan and Centaur into Shokan service, one of each race must face each other in bloody combat. Kintaro killed his opponent, and an unprecedented act of bravado roared for more Centaur blood. Centaurs leapt furiously into the ring to their demise. This savagery led Shao Kahn to appoint Kintaro as his personal bodyguard. Yes, this guy is absolutely amazing. Storm Collectibles, Storm.co.uk, or .hk I should say, Warner Brothers and NetherRealm. On the bottom you've got Mortal Kombat Kintaro, warning choking hazard. You got this awesome picture here of Kintaro looking badass. So there is nothing much more about the box I can show you. So what I will do next is the obvious part. Get this figure out of the box and go through all these accessories and everything else that comes through with him. So this should be fun. Let's go. Okay guys, as I expected, this Kintaro figure is awful. Of course I am joking. So I've gotten him out of the box, and wow, all I can say is this figure is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to go into a lot of things on this figure, but my first overall thought was wow. When I was messing about with him, when I do reviews, I usually take the figure out after I do the box bit, and then I mess around with the figure for a while. But as soon as I took him out, I was like, shit, I need to review this guy now, because he feels, in hand, he feels so good. As you can see, as I'm just moving him around here, the tiger stripe on him is excellent. The sculpting all around, there's little veins and things all around his legs, going up all through his back and his arms and everything. The detail on this figure is nothing short of amazing. Without going any further, I would put this guy right up there with one of their best. The sculpting on the knee pads is class. Even on the hands, he's got these little bracelets, and they can all be taken off as well, and they're not so fiddly that they annoy either. Like you can see the chest there is a different color, and the feel even is I don't know, it's fantastic. The head sculpt on this one is quite somber, but it definitely suits him. And one thing that annoyed me, I think not Goro, maybe Shao Kahn, was these, but these are perfect. They don't get in the way, and they're light enough that they can move with the articulation as well. So like, I can't find fault with this guy, honestly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down this review. Now I've looked at the paint and the sculpting. Next I'm going to go on to articulation, and I think accessories and comparisons, they definitely need their own section, because the amount of accessories that come with this guy is phenomenal. So let's move on to articulation. So let's start with the head. You can get a good look up, a good look down, and you do get side to side, you get a full rotation, and there's lots of movement there as well. Arms, they all have butterfly joints. The top ones have butterfly joints. Second ones, I think so. You do have double jointed elbows and bicep swivels too. The wrists, you get a load of movement on as well, and rotation of course. There is like a joint here in the middle. You get some movement at the chest as well. There is movement here. Legs, we'll go out that far. Again, I hate moving the legs of the Storm figures because they can be really tight. Same with this one, you get the squeak in there. It does have a double jointed knee, and there is movement on the ankles and on the toes. Ooh, squeaky. But yeah, this guy is amazing. You can get so much movement out of him and get him into all different kinds of poses and stuff. Now, like, guys, I'm not the amazing, so I'm not amazing at poses. Oh, see what I did there? I'm not amazing at poses, but he is really easy to pose, which is really cool. Now, before I get into accessories, which is going to be a while because there's so much, I'm going to do comparisons first, because I believe I actually want to spend some good time on accessories. So what I'm going to do first is I just have a bunch of random figures here that I picked. So firstly, here's a Marvel Select Ultron. And Ultron is 7 inches tall, so that kind of gives a good barometer of the size. Here's another figure that I think will go well with him in pictures. A Marvel Legends Hercules. Again, tiny next to him. Here we have a Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure. Strong guy, who like dwarfs most Marvel Legends, but he looks tiny next to him. Now, as we move on to some Mortal Kombat figures, here is the last kind of boss character they released, Motaro. And there is a bit of parity there. Motaro is quite big. As you can see, his tail wraps all the way around him. And these are like enemies, these guys. Centaurs and Shokans. So that will make a good battle. And here he is, his fellow Shokan, Goro, the Prince Goro, of course. And there's like, Goro is smaller than him if you take out the hair. Just about, but they do look really, really good together. And I do think Kintaro is definitely a good upgrade on Goro, especially with the articulation and stuff. I find it's a lot looser on Kintaro. Loose but solid, if that makes sense. Straight out of the box, there's no messing about with him. And they look quite good next to each other too. If you get them like that. In a face-off pose, looks really cool. Who would you guys think would win? I got my money on Goro, unfortunately. But they're both pretty badass. And last but not least, I picked this guy from the MK line because it's a nice segue into accessories. So this is a Mortal Kombat Unmasked Sub-Zero. And as you can see, the difference in size there is massive. Now the reason I picked this guy, because if you bought this guy and you're kind of disappointed in him, the accessories that come with Kintaro are amazing. Because he comes with, first off, 2 ice arms for this Sub-Zero, and they come with punching hands on them. Now I'm going to be doing pictures at the end of the review that show off these hands, but they just pop out and pop in. Also, those ice hands get 4 pairs of, those ice arms get 4 pairs of hands as well to go along with them, as you can see here. And it's like absolutely incredible. to get more accessories for a previous figure. It's out of the box thinking from Storm, and I really applaud them for that. It gives a whole new lease of life to an older figure, and you don't see that often with toy companies. So that is really cool. Like, really, like, you can go now and do new pictures with this guy, which is awesome. Like, this is a good figure, this Sub-Zero, but I think these look, let's change the arms right here now, because it doesn't take a second. Again, just be careful, don't force it out. Figure that the arms do come away pretty easily enough. And then you've got this, which is like a super instant upgrade straight away. And for me, like, those arms will be staying in place from now on. So before we go on, I'm going to show you these. So he does come with some blood effects as well. Quite a lot of them, actually. And these are those. So there's this one, which goes on the head sculpt. So if you pop off Sub-Zero's head, and now you have a busted open Sub-Zero. And there's parts like that for his arms as well. When you pop out the arms, you can pop these in, or on the end of his hands, or wherever, like, there's pegs, these will fit as well. So there's so many parts, and what's impressed me the most is this. So you see that? Let me show you. So that's Sub-Zero. This is Sub-Zero. And on the other side of that, you get a Sub-Zero head in half, which is really cool. They don't go together, like, but that is amazing. And Kintaro can hold those in his hand. So that's all the blood effects. There's so much stuff, honestly, guys, so much. He does come with his token, with his signature fireball as well, and that comes with a little stand that I haven't built yet. You can build that up and have his fireball on a peg. Leave Sub-Zero here with his head like that. Kintaro does come with 2 sets of 4 hands as well, different to the ones that are actually on him. So there's like a set of these grabbing hands. Sub-Zero just doesn't want any part of that. And there is a set of like tighter grabbing hands as well. And there is 4 for each hand. And he does come with 2 other heads as well. One of which is like a really gritty, angry face. And the other is this screaming, roaring face. And guys, honestly, for the price, the price of these figures is not cheap. I'm gonna say that straight out, it's not cheap. But for the amount of stuff that he comes with, I honestly say it's worth it. This is a fantastic figure, massive size figure, and comes with loads of accessories for him and for a previous figure in the line, which is kind of unprecedented when it comes to toy lines. But I suppose when you're getting import toys, which are this detailed and this expensive, you should kind of maybe expect this stuff, but maybe not. Yeah, I am absolutely blown away by this figure. Like, I don't usually give ratings on my reviews, but I would definitely, if I had to, I would say 9.5 out of 10. A friend of mine, Mick Holland, asked me, is it better than Motaro? For me, yes, because I rather this character than Motaro. That Motaro figure is fantastic, but I think the ingenuity and all the extra accessories and everything on this one is just pushes it over the edge, and he is absolutely phenomenal. Like, I cannot stress enough how good this figure is. Yeah, so like, I'm going to be doing pictures at the end of this review now using all the accessories, and stay tuned for those. I'll try and get as many as possible and cover as many parts as possible. And yeah, so grab this guy if you can, guys. He's going to be a big one. A lot of people are going to like this fella, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, hit the like button, drop me a comment below, tell us your worst experiences with Kintaro in Mortal Kombat the game, and hit that subscribe button. Helps so much. And yeah, thanks very much, guys, for listening to me waddle through this excited little person I am. And we'll see you in the next review, hopefully. And that's it, guys. Laters. Bye.